I had no idea how incredible this set was. Rocka XL is an absolute treasure. The set is great, even the pieces that come with it, they're pretty great as well. So let's discuss what makes this set so absolutely mind-blowingly incredible, and let's highlight some of the pieces that are included. And you know how this goes, I'm going to show you some ideas for how you can use those pieces in your own Bionicle creations. Let's get you inspired. So I never bought this set as a kid, I only built him for the first time yesterday. And I was floored by the insane level of posability that this has. I mean, just look at some of these images I was able to photograph. He can balance on one leg, he can deliver a powerful kick, he can do all sorts of stuff. And for such a large, part-heavy set, that's super impressive. And hey, he's not only posable, he's also sturdy. Nothing falls off, nothing breaks easily. Mate, Rocka XL is so much fun to play with. And look at how cool he is too. Spikes all over his body, a sick claw arm. What's not to love? Plus, you know, he's an icon as well. This was the very first XL set that LEGO ever released for Hero Factory. And it kind of started a movement. Every wave after Savage Planet always came with a brand new XL set. We would see a fan favorite character be upgraded into a larger, bigger version of themselves. And it was always so exciting whenever a new year would roll around, everyone would be wondering which hero is going to become an XL character? Who would be granted that honor? Even the fan community loves this concept. You see all sorts of people creating their own XL characters. It's a really good idea. I mean, for example, you have someone like MTRK MOCs, and they've made Nex into an XL version. And surprisingly too, this creation is also using a very similar frame and overall look to what Rocka XL has. And I think this is delightful. See, it's stuff like this that shows you the impact that this set had in the larger LEGO community. But the set itself was pretty cool. I gotta talk about that claw weapon again. Just the size of it, those really sharp looking claws. Wow. And I like that this also does feel like an upgrade to Rocka 3.0's claw arm. It's nice to see these two side by side. You can see what this little guy ends up becoming. The other arm has a great Zamisphere launcher, always a ton of fun to launch these guys. But the only complaint I probably do have about this set, as posable as the legs are, the arms have a little bit of limited posability. There's a bunch of additional structural support at the top of the arms, and yes, it helps it stay in place and it helps it look bulky, but it can hinder posability just that little bit. Still, you can get a good amount of movement out of the arms, so it's not the end of the world. Dude, every corner of this set is sensational. Rocka XL is a national treasure and probably a new favorite of mine. I also love the instruction manual. Take a look at this. Dude's entering a cave and you're like, oh yeah, those are cool cave walls. No, the cave walls are full of skulls. And also, they're not skulls, they're the heads of Hero Factory characters. You know, it's like this piece. That's some surprisingly looking dark stuff for the front of the instruction manual, but it is pretty cool. But there is one more amazing thing about this set. The pieces. Rocka XL is a phenomenal parts pack. So let's dive in and see what we get. Rocka's amazing lion mask returns in this set, and look at it, it's so freaking good. I love the way that Kyora the Biomancer has used it here on this creation. Placing it on the side here just for a quite nice asymmetrical shoulder design. Very dynamic. It looks very powerful. But I also love what Robert Heim has done here, using it for a fancy dress on this tiny little figure. That is such a genius part use. Isn't that clever? Also included in this set are, well, actually one of those pieces I mentioned before, this white Hero Factory headpiece. Of course, this rests underneath his lion mask. I quite like how Socket and Ball Torture has used this element, placing it behind this large, round dome windscreen. That's quite a good look. You know, typically you're expected to put masks on top of these pieces. That's how they were designed after all. But they do look pretty good when you leave them blank. And putting a dome over the top of it just makes it that little bit more interesting, but allows you to still see the nice look and feel of this piece. I adore this. Also included in this set is a really solid supply of these spike pieces in various shapes and sizes. I found a great mock that actually uses both of them in one. This is Darkness by M Squid. Zooming in at the top, you can see these pieces on some additional appendages. Yet the way that they're laid out, it almost looks like it's some sort of scissor or vise or clamp. These pieces actually pair quite nicely together like this. And there's something about the long, sharp lines of these pieces that ties in so well with the very sleek and agile aesthetic of this overall character. So cool. Rocka XL also boasts a nice supply of light bluish grey CCBS bones. Anytime you get these pieces in a colour that isn't black or dark bluish grey, it's a good time. We can see a mock here by Shubi4000 that uses these very, very well. The light bluish grey bones, they of course perfectly blend in with the light bluish grey armour. And man, seeing this, it makes me wish that we got CCBS bone pieces in like every single colour, because it allows you to create some really consistent designs with very clean and clear-cut colour schemes. This wouldn't look half as good if you had to use black bones or dark grey bones. Instead, the colours blend together seamlessly. It's a good time. It might seem a little trivial that they just come in this colour, but when you're building in that colour, it's so helpful. A nice surprise in this set is the inclusion of 10 of these Glatorian neck pieces. 10 of them. I believe that Shadow, by Shadow Gear 6335, it uses some of these pieces on the lower arms. You're going to have to look a little closely. It is unfortunately a little hard to see in these images, but I believe the inner structure does use one of these parts right here. They help perfectly to connect that lower arm into the hand. So hey, the fact that you get 10 of these in this set, that's freaking amazing. You're going to be able to build so many custom arm designs now. How exciting. And finally, these parts are also included within this set. And Ron Folkers, they have a mock that uses a few of them. Actually, it uses a lot of them. We've got some here on the chest, we have some on the knees, we also have some on the sides of the torso. How good's that? Lots of inspiration and lots of different ways that you could use this part. Oh, and actually, by the way, this gunmetal torso armor piece right here, that also is included in this set. So if you want an idea for how you can use that, use it for some upper leg armor. Pretty sweet. Alrighty, that's some ways that you could use these pieces in your own creations. Hopefully if you have these pieces lying around or you want to take apart Rocka XL, now you've got some ideas for what you can do. But let's take a look at a cheeky revamp of Rocka XL. This revamp is by Dongwongjong and it is wonderful. It adds so many quality of life updates. Just a bunch of tiny stuff that I think elevates it in a really fun way. For example, this new weapon that they're holding. I like it. The look and feel of it, it pairs nicely with his aesthetic. It's good. Yeah, I do miss the Zamisphere launcher, but this still looks nice. The more heavily armored legs here, I think they're wonderful. That little pronounced knee armor that juts out just that little bit, super nice. And then check out the feet as well. The way they kind of flare up at the front. So fancy. And I will say, I really appreciate how this mock stays so true to the original design. Personally, I'm a really big fan of seeing very radical, super different updates to characters. I also like seeing that kind of experimentation that takes them in new, interesting directions, or it's like a new take on the character. But sometimes a more modest revamp like this, it's really delightful. Well done. Heck yeah, that's Rocka XL. And with this, we come to an end of HF Feb 2025, well, at least for me on this channel. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this year of Hero February. And congrats to everyone who did build a Hero Factory mock in this time. There was some exceptional stuff. I promise you I'm going to build something, but my Hero Factory mock's going to have to come a little bit later in the year. You have no idea how busy I am right now. But hey, just because this is the end of Hero Factory videos in February, doesn't mean it's the end of Hero Factory videos for 2025. With the amount of mocks you guys made and submitted, I'm going to be posting Hero Factory stuff for a long time, so stay tuned. There's going to be a ton more coming your way. And it's going to be coming to you real soon. But before that, we're going to get back to some Bionicle focused stuff. so get ready for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching guys, happy building, and bye for now.